let's try now.
You might need to restart the internet or something.
Well, now I'm seeing a second camera on it. It's live now. Hope everyone is having an amazing Friday. Can you test your audio real quick?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, you're not reading. So while Jay does that, let's see if we can see me upon the Instagram.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. And let's copy that link. Hail Caesar. Good afternoon and happy Friday, sir. Hope you're having an amazing day. It is Friday, the last Friday of August, if you can believe it. And of course, the one image I need, evade me. All right, I hope everybody's having an amazing Friday. We're gonna have a good day. We're hunting for good watches. There are a few new releases that came out that I wanna talk about that we missed while we were gone. So we're gonna quickly recap on that, and then we're gonna hunt for some watches. Let's buy some watches for the weekend. What's going on, Gen G? Gen G, we're buying whatever you want to buy. What should we buy today, Gen G? Give us some parameters, and we'll use that along with other things. And let's let. By the way, Gen G, are you in watchmaking school or are you a full watchmaker? Let me know. I'd love to if I could send you any business or work. I would love to support my people. Because you guys are my people. No matter what you say now, you're attached to me. All right, the people on Instagram know. All right, Jay will be back, so we're gonna just. Anyways, all right, guys, welcome back to the best, one of the best, I should say, live watch talk shows on the web. I think the best daily watch talk show, that's for sure. Before we get started, remember, if you need any independent watch advice, or now you like to buy watches, because now I do have watches for sale on the website. It's a growing little category there. Make sure you check out cqthewatchguy.com or go to gottliebandco.com. Same website, same beautiful cougar wink leading you to great watches. All right, so we're going to hunt for some watches today. We're buying watches. And let's see if we can get Jay back in the room. I think I need to put your link back in there and just copy that link. Let's see, the retired guy. Can we brought out of retirement one more time? There you are. Now just test your audio.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're burping, but I think I can fix that. Bam. Let's take the echo. Cancel. Bam. All right, so I think you're good. All right, let's jump into it. One of the watches that we missed. Another MoonSwatch. I can't believe we missed another MoonSwatch. This is definitely, they're in the dozens of, maybe in the 20s in terms of references of moon swatches. I want to just start counting the Snoopy ones because those are the only ones that get me super excited these days. What's up, Diraj? Good evening to you, sir. Genji says, I'm hoping to get into Rolex school this fall. Congrats and good luck to you, Genji. Something vintage, something with a stone dial for Genji. Ooh, something vintage, something with a stone dial. I like those parameters for the hunt later. Genji's nickname is the enabler. I like that. I've been given a similar nickname as well. But yeah, definitely let's keep in touch, Genji. I'm sure you already have a lot of great things planned. But anyway, I can support your journey. Or when I'd love to have you as a a guest speaker, a guest teacher when I get my watchmaking school in the Caribbean going, a little charity foundation we'll talk about another day. Anyways, let's talk about another Snoopy. Snoopy gets a new moon swatch with the mission to Earth phase moonshine gold.
What the hell is moonshine gold? Can you explain that
So
for
the
us?
moonshine gold they're referring to has to be the gold on the moon. Oh, I gotta turn your audio up in the back here, but that name, that's a crazy name. They ran out of names. So we have what is this? We have a chronograph, a moon phase. I don't know what's going on with the Earth there left. Or is it literally the Earth phase, the phase of the Earth?
Uh, um, hmm,
Oh, that's cute. The moon phase has a paw. Is it net around the moon? Aesthetically, I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I think they're overdoing the joke now, but we've let them overdo it, and this is probably one of the cooler ones. As long as this is under $500, I'll be okay.
wait, this is one of the Swatch watches, like the
Yeah, exactly. It's bioceramic and all those things.
not too bad one. Hopefully, depending on the
Four
price,
hundred dollars. $400.
that's not bad.
No, that's cool. The Earth phase is an interesting complication. I don't know why I just love Snoopy. How many view malls? How many view malls do we give it?
50, 55. What's going on, Skyler?
What's happening, Skylar Santana? 55 Vimals on the producer Vimal scale of greatness. I will dare say I'll give it 58 Vimals. We do have to calibrate our rating scale, but I think if 50s are would buy with my own money, may wear sometimes. I think. I think under 50 you wouldn't spend your own money on it. But I think this is a decent watch. Let's keep it moving. One of my favorite brands, Glashütte Original, has a new has a new 70s chronograph. This is the X. I just love it. It's a panda style 70s chronograph. So it's a yeah for me, dog. Like this is really nice. 100-piece limited edition, exclusive to the North American market. See, we get the tariffs, but we also get cool Glashütte originals. I just think the panda styling is really good. I like the nice little red accent there. On the 10 on the minute counter, you do have a power reserve within your sub-second dial. You got a big date, and that is your hours for your chronograph counter as well. So really interesting layout. They do a lot of fun, funky colors, but I dare say this might be my new favorite from them. I too like this watch, Julius Caesar. Nice column wheel chronograph, in-house movement. Oh, they're doing their. This is how to change the links. You put your screw in there, your screwdriver in there, you twist it. So it's an interesting link system as well.
Hmm.
That's a good watch, man.
What's the size on it?
That's a good point. I feel like these trend towards a 40. Let's see. The TV case is a 40 by 40 millimeter design, 14.1 millimeters thick, 100 meters water resistance. So a little thick, a
Yeah, I
little
was gonna
bit
say
thick.
looks the back, like the back is poking. Like there's no, I typically don't see the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like the back is beveled. It's
Yeah.
like the movement couldn't even fit inside the case, so they had to make a chamber for it. That's if I'm nitpicking. I don't like the fact that both sides of the watch almost have like a domed sapphire crystal thing going on. But it's a nice watch. I do like the contrast of the dial, the white and black. I think it is a nicer piece. I do agree. I think it's a little too thick, and I'm not a fan that the movement's in its own little compartment there.
Yeah, I think you needed the thickness for them to get the water resistance that they wanted, is what I'm guessing. Because you're right, it is domed on both sides. But I think to get the 100 meters, you needed to, to get 100 meters and to have it be a sapphire crystal, it had to be a certain that sacrifices were made. But I don't think, I think that's the only complaint here. If they made this any thinner, like if they could make this in, let's say, 12 millimeters or under, it would be a GPHG award winning watch because it'd be so good. How many V miles?
It's probably closer to like 60, 65 on this one, just because it's aesthetically pleasing. I just don't like the thickness. But Julius Caesar said for an automatic movement, that's not bad for a chrono, and he says that it might wear thinner with the dome crystal up top too. So I mean, it's probably something
Good
to
points.
see in person before I really say like this is a terrible buy. How much is the watch again?
I think 17.9 or 17.1, just under 18,000 US dollars.
A little pricey for, but I mean it's a chrono, so
In-house chronograph movement,
brother, we've
unique
talked
kit.
about
No,
this in-house
I'm
shit.
just
I
saying it for
do
the
not care.
people. I'm saying it for the people who watch these
Uh,
videos after,
you're right.
and like
You're
we have
right.
to justify, right?
You're
Because
right.
there are
You're right.
many other brands out there. There are many
Wait,
other
I got a
brands out there.
question. Christopher Ward, do they say in-house movement?
No,
Okay, good. Just
no.
making sure.
They probably say that they do the normal shtick with it, which is like we partner with this movement company and we designed it together and it was made for us, or we took out this many parts or whatever, blah blah blah. I don't even know if they say that, to be honest with you.
Look, you
But
trust your Germany for your vehicles and your elevators and your escalators. Why not trust Germany with your watches? Buy
exactly,
Glashütte. Isn't that
tariff less, I think.
okay?
Damn, maybe I should start hawking it the Glashütte originals. So I'll give this watch 85 VMAs on the VMAL scale of greatness. I think this is a beautiful watch inside or out. I think it's not for the faint of wrist. It is a little bit of a thicker watch coming in above 14 mm, but I do think this is a sharp piece. And I would say for what you could pick a lot of these 70s watches up for on the secondary market, I could see more than 170s living in your 70s chronograph living in your collection.
Yeah.
Shout out Goldfinger, happy Friday, my
Oh,
brother.
welcome in.
TGIF. Let's keep it going to another watch, shall we? What else have you got? Nothing here. There was nothing. Aha, yes. From
Oh wow.
watches by SJX, these beautiful JLC reversos, tribute enamel. I'm probably gonna say the name wrong, but Shahnameh, Shahnameh dials. These are hand painted enamel dials meant to. They're of art that was basically of the ancient 16th century Persia. The Safavid dynasty in the early 16th century. And when I Googled it, they showed to be Persia, Iran, and just beautiful artwork. And this is to showcase the in-house. Come on, picture. I want to see it bigger. All right. This is to show the in-house enamel workshop of JLC. And a lot of people don't know that you can get your JLCs engraved. You pay enough money, you can get something beautiful like this done on it. The front of the dials of these watches are amazing too. And these are just like, I just had to talk about them because this is how I like my reverso. If I'm gonna pay crazy money, I want something with like, give me some really good historical paintings on the back. I think it's just a really great use. And if you're somebody who loves that culture and who loves that art, these watches are definitely up your alley.
Yeah, these are very pretty. But yeah, they're really nice.
You have to, you have to love this art. You have to love this style and
No,
things
I
like
like the
that.
art and everything. It's just it goes back to like the marriage of art and watches sometimes. And I mean, like it's a very nice watch. It's just like practicality, I guess. Is
What's up, producer Ramal? All our folks didn't get the notification. Yeah, I had a little issue and we had to go live a couple of times. So I think when I do that, it messes up the notifications. So that's why That's why people are a little bit late, but that's okay. You guys, you made it anyway, producer Ramal. No, we didn't get into the Russian brand. You popped up yesterday. I was waiting for you to come on. Where did shoot ITP watches? I had it in a link and it disappeared. But Imperial. But I love these. Can't really put a producer Vimal rating on these because these are unobtainium, but I just thought these are really cool and that we should feature them. I wonder if they put any prices on these.
Nice.
$142,000 before taxes, 10 pieces each.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
No, for a hand painted watch is not crazy. You just have to love the art. There's certain art that I pay for. This particularly not for me, but like there's definitely art that I would pay for a lot of money to have it done, especially if it was truly bespoke. All right, so these are the watches that producer Vimal, showed us yesterday, and so these are made in Russia. And they let you bespoke the watches. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's where you were changing the ring of the watch and everything,
Yeah,
right?
we're changing the ring and everything. So let's just go ahead and make one in the configurator. Now there are a few other Russian watch brands out there. Raketa being one, Chaikin of course being the most famous. So they do have a history of making watches over there, and of course a really deep watch market as well. And I enjoy watches that let you bespoke, get make them bespoke and make them let you customize them, especially when for the prices that brands are charging you. There are brands out there. Satori Biard is one off the top of my head. For under $6,000, you can have a custom watch, a well-made custom watch. The movement isn't gonna be, hand engraved. The case is gonna be handmade, but you can get a lot of bespoke elements. So let's do this. Let's do a quartz blue here. Wait, but I want a different dial. How do I change the dial? Now, Vimal, what made you find? Ooh, let's go with the ivory. What made you find this brand? Like a diamond case, you can white gold case. I just want to see what's gonna be my total here. Okay, they're not giving me a price. I don't think these are too expensive, but I'm very intrigued. The movements look decent, nothing crazy. Gold automatic rollers. These are gold cases. Shout out Duke of Rissington. Friday fun with CQ and J ain't a better thing for a watcher like me. Thank you, Sir Duke, for tuning in. We hope to entertain. I got a semi-Hawaiian shirt. I don't know if you guys can see there's pineapples. So I'm keeping my island vibe.
What's going on, Naveen? Welcome in.
What's up, Naveen? Vimal, what are the prices of these watches? But
2 billion rubles.
there was a time, man, where I could have arbitraged from Ruples, bro, and I just didn't. I was in Dubai and I could have bought some, and I was like, man, if I just buy it low, ain't no way it's crashing, right? Either way, I'm very interested in these watches. I have a feeling they're not too expensive. Let me just check on this side if I can figure out how much these are.
Bamal says that these are worn exclusively by Putin, which is interesting. Since the war, I don't know what war he's talking about, but
Yeah,
the invasion. No, he's not playing.
He says these are 20,000, which makes sense for a white gold watch. The engraving, which is really nice. Vimal said he'd love to see it on the dial. I think that would be really nice. And we could put our initials in there. Let's just see. Apostrophe Q. Bless you.
Thank you.
Actually, let's do something. Vimal. Yeah, I am.
That is a very nice rotor, though. I will agree.
Yeah, the rotor is nice. So for 20,000, right? I'd want to figure out what exactly is the movement, if it's a decent movement, I'm not crying because there's so many brands right now that are charging 50,000, and I don't even know what's under the hood, man. I've been really going deep on a lot of these newer watchmakers and what's going into the watches that they're presenting at high six figures. And it makes you look at something like this where you can get it made towards you. Again, once the movement's decent, 20,000 for a bespoke watch might not be a bad thing at all. Will you be able to get your money back from this watch? No. If you complain too much, will you maybe find yourself too close to a window? Perhaps. But that's the last I'll say about it. This is
I mean, better
beautiful.
than poison, you know, in my opinion.
But the story isn't nice now. Like everybody's been pushed out of a window. So like if you get, like, oh, again, it's not even like
Nah, they gotta switch it up. At this point, it's like it's becoming kind of the norm. Like they gotta give us a little something more now, for sure.
exactly. This is beautiful with this green stone. So I'm a fan of stone dials. So this gets me. This actually looks really really beautiful. I like. What do we think in the chat? Do we like this brand? Do we like bespoke watches? Um,
I think it's a nice brand. It's just it goes back to like as as we talked about yesterday with SC was saying like the true watch collectors. And I think that this is a watch for true collectors, people who want to get something that's very different that nobody else has. But if you're somebody who wants to be like everyone else, this is not for you. Because you're right, you will be buried with this watch.
So producer Vermont gives us some good points. The movement is fully manufactured at the Peterhof Watch Factory in St. Petersburg using traditional semi-manual processes. The movement and the watch are assembled by one single watchmaker. So all of that for 20 grand for automatic watch is not bad at all. Because again, for watches you can make bespoke to use as well. There are Swiss watchmakers who are charging you 40 grand for the same process. Semi-manual meaning some things are done by hand, some things are machine assisted. Um, Definitely like on something like this, there's not too much that I think that needs to be super duper CNC'd, but maybe the finishing isn't. Somebody's not gonna spend 10,000 hours on the finishing or something like that. But for the price point, for something that's made by one person in house to same to Russia,
How
I
many are they
actually think that's a
making a
good.
year? Sorry.
Oh, I don't know. You're asking questions only producer of your mom, you know.
Oh, I just was wondering, like, if they get so much customizations, they can't be making thousands. Like, they're probably
Well, I mean, if you have enough watchmakers, you could do whatever. If you make enough dials, if you make all the components, I doubt they're making like 5,000, but I wouldn't be. It wouldn't be crazy to assume that they're making 500 to 1,000 pieces. Just blind assumptions. It's just blind assumptions. I like the watch. I like the watch. We'll come back to it. All right, Watch Addict says, I'm addicted to watches. Welcome to the club. Duke of Risiton says, for 20K, you could get a Geneva Seal movement not too long ago. You're right. You're right, man. For 20K, 5, 6 years ago, you could get a lot of watch, and now it's really, really tough. I think that's it for the new arrivals. Let's go watch hunting. Oh, did we talk about the Pepsi?
no.
Real quick, what do you think? Seiko Pepsi collab.
I mean,
If it was a
not
Coke, would you be?
not. I mean, no, no, no. I'm not. I'm not. I appreciate both products of cola. I guess it's just not bad. I wouldn't write. When I get off the stream, I'm not gonna call my mother to tell her about this watch. Is the best thing I can say about that. What about you?
Um, they're okay. I think it's funny because it's a Pepsi with the Pepsi colors. I think the silver one looks interesting, but and I like that it's the old school Pepsi logo. But I would only get this if I was on a mission to collect
Like
like
all the
co-branded
different.
watches.
Yeah.
Like the Domino Rolex and things like that. Beyond that, it doesn't really
I like their
register on the
anime
radar.
inspired ones a little bit more. How about that?
Seiko Pepsi couch change purchase. True, true. Duke of Rissington says Seiko really sticking it to the Rolex collectors with this one. A little bit, right? There's a collector or two out there who said like, look, I got a Pepsi. And it said the Seiko Pepsi. And so it's like, oh gosh. Does this get over under 50 V miles?
Under
Let's just
50
keep it
for malls.
under.
Yeah, yes.
I think so too. Under 50 V miles for me. So let's keep it
We
moving.
can't ruin the scale within 1 week of
No,
snow.
that's what I was thinking. So now we have a Timex with second second. If you know, you know. Smurf watch with a mushroom on the center. Over under 50 V miles. This is the lightning round.
Can you go in a little bit closer?
It actually don't look bad, man.
50 for
These
malls.
Timexes.
50 for mall. Like the color looks nice. It's a cool watch, and it's gonna be affordable. So
Vimal asks CQ, do you think they will now cease and desist anyone using Rolex Pepsi? Wow, interesting question. They could if they wanted to. I don't think enough people are using Pepsi. It's not worth it, but they could if they wanted to. You see how Rolex has been getting after these people doing aftermarket diamonds and stuff. I don't know if Seiko is bored enough to do that, but if they wanted to really go get serious with it legally, they probably could because they probably do have an official trademark and using the word Pepsi in terms with a watch combined, blah, 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 blah. I give this above 50 VMAs as well on the VMAL scale, the producer VMAL scale of greatness. I think it's a beautiful dial. I think the mushroom's fun. I'd like to see a Smurf or Gargamesh. Is it Gargamel or Gargamesh?
I think it's Gargamel.
I would like to see Gargamel or a Smurf on the dial, or else this is just a play on a Rolex Smurf, which is maybe what it is. Yeah, Smurf Kermit. Okay, now I get it. The best part about this watch is it should be under $200. Just give me a price. Just give me a price. I promise. This is the longest article ever. $249. That's actually not bad, man. For a fun watch you'll give to your nephew or your kid one day.
Probably not bad at all.
Duke of Rissington says, "What is the Vimal? What is the Vimal unit of measurement?" So the Vimal unit of producer Vimal is the greatest producer out there in terms of YouTube shows, right? So we decided that any scale of greatness on a luxury watch should be defined by Vimals. We're roughly equating what one Vimal means, but I think we're at a decorum. Is it right? We have a quorum, a decorum, whatever.
I think it's a cord or something like that.
Yeah, we've come to
read
an
that.
accord that if it's at least 50 VMALs, you'd spend your own money on it in some form. That doesn't mean that you love it, but anything under 50, you wouldn't spend your own money on it. That's the science we have. We'll further refine this and keep you guys updated on the VMAL, the producer VMAL scale of greatness. Timex is cheap done right, says Watch Addict. I agree, man. I don't know what you could get for 250 that would do the same thing as this Timex. The bracelet looks nice. Of course, it doesn't feel like a brick, but I mean, it's not a watch that you expect to feel like a brick. I would grab this over that Seiko Pepsi any day. I actually think I might get one of these. The mushroom makes it a little, I don't sync with the mushroom that much. Again, if it was something a little bit different. Producer Vilmal says, if you see a guy in Williamsburg corner wearing this watch, he is a supplier. For sure. This is the watch for the Magic Mushroom plug, for sure. And that's the only reason why I wouldn't wear it, because, like, big black guy with a beard with a shroom watch, I'm doing a whole different business. I'm here to sell watches. That's what I'm here to do, not Magic Mushrooms. But I think this is a really, really cool watch, especially for $250. I like the watch. I give this 70 V-Malls. Screw it. 70 V-Malls for me. Let's keep it going so we can buy some watches. We got more Mosers. The Unexpected Azuki H. Moser Elements of Time Collection. Off air, Jay, I'll tell you, we know the person who helped started this. Our old friend from the Watchbox China helped start this collaboration. So Azuki is an artist. We can't hear you, brother.
Sorry, does his name begin with an A and the other one begin with a Z?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, gotcha. A to Z.
Yeah.
Watch Girls. A to Z.
Exactly.
One of my
Hey.
favorite shows.
It was one of the best Watch Girls A to Z.
So what
we
is this?
got-
Textured dials?
So we got textures, we got colors.
You know what? Can I say something? At least it's not a
Oh wait, wait,
fucking
wait, wait,
streamliner.
wait, 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 wait. This is something for you. Azuki, you know what Azuki is. Azuki is a Web3 native
Oh
brand.
no. No, no,
Yes,
no.
yes,
Get move. I don't want to
yes.
fucking see this shit. Get off this page now. Now. Bruh. You can't be fucking.
Don't, you're gonna blow out people's speakers. Take a breath. Take a breath. Just take one breath. Take one.
Do I get an NFT when I buy one of these watches?
Oh man, I knew the name sounded familiar. So Zuki
Do I
is.
get an NFT when I buy one of these watches, or is it just named after it?
No, I'm sure they have to give you
I apologize, Watch Addict. I'm sorry. DQ did this to me.
that. So basically, because retired watch guy Jay dabbles a lot in the crypto world, and Azuki is one of those.
It was the first one I wanted to buy. I just never bought one, and
Exactly. They're
this
the Web3, they're NFTs, they're all this and that. So I guess they started a collaboration with Moser way back when, and now we're getting the fruits of that marriage. And now we're gonna let me just to see. Inspired with the four elements, the mains from Azuki's Elements NFT series: Fire, Earth, Water, and Lightning.
They should have just did Avatar watches or something like.
I do like the different textures. I knew they were gonna put a tourbillon. I don't know why they keep doing that. I do like the textures. I don't care too much about the crypto connections. I don't have the adverse reaction that Jay does. I understand what he does.
No, but well, no, 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 no. What do you mean? Because like if it's this, like if it's in name only, this is the stupidest fucking thing ever. So
Let me
like it
just see.
needs to come with the NFT, or else like it's the stupidest thing ever, and I stand on that. I will be completely off Moser.
So there's 24 pieces of each center seconds per element, and 24 pieces of each tourbillon per element. The center seconds are $25,000. The tourbillons are $75,000. Shout out to Pac Eldridge. I'm out of town of the weekend, but still watching for Watch Deals. Stay safe, everyone. Shout out Pac, one of the best supporters out there. Like all of you guys who always show up, even without notifications. And thank you for all of you who you view, you're listening, but you're busy, you're working, you're doing life. You can't comment. Thank you so much. And just do me a favor, comment if you can. But no matter what, upvote, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers before the year is out. I'm afraid to ask you how much VMAs you would
Zero,
give these watches.
fucking zero. Let's move on, bro. Like this ruined my day.
All right, we're gonna move on. I think these are fine watches. I would go for
No, but if they do not
the
come with the NFT, it makes no sense. Like it's just a cash grab. It's just you talking. It's like,
well.
hey, you like crypto? Well, we made a watch that was inspired by the elements of the
So
crypto web. What? This is like the when they made that one watch that was like a Bitcoin watch or some shit, and it's like had no connection to Bitcoin. It's like just say that you have run out of marketing ideas, and now you're using like crypto language.
but so the only there is no grace. But have a feeling that they started to make this way back.
But that doesn't change the fact
You know
that
what I
like
mean?
you named it after something that's Web3 and there's no connection to Web3. So it's a cash grab. It's just something to say. You know what I'm saying? Because
Wait,
move on. You're right. You're right.
let me just see. Maybe there's an NFT in there. I don't think so.
There's not going to be an NFT in there. That would be something that would be advertised because they say, "Hey, you're getting a non-fungible token along with this watch, so that that NFT could also grow in value along with your watch." But they don't care about that aspect. They just want to talk about Web3 shit for SEO purposes. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done. Move on. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. So producer Vimal says honestly, CQ the case design is not even Moser design. I don't know how accurate he is there because like you flip it on the side, it does look very Moser. But the
It's like
problem is
pioneering.
when you put the rotating bezel on a Pioneer, it does start to look like a bunch of other watches. That's the issue here. I do think maybe this shouldn't have been a Pioneer, and if this was in the Endeavor case, we'd had a little
Well,
bit
how many
more.
bemals do you give a Sequan? Because I'll be honest with you, there's
Well,
nothing about this watch that's appealing to me besides the dial, and it's
so
like you
so
can get a nice dial from Moser elsewhere.
so this one in particular, this like sun, this I'll call it the fire. I would give 50 view malls. The one on the right, I need to see
But I'm
this in
saying
person.
as a collection, as something that
On
they're saying they're
on
moving
like
forward with
20
releasing.
20 25 view malls because a Pioneer Tourbillon is a brick shit in a brick. You know what I mean? It's just like it is what it is. I love Moser, I love Claudio, I love all the guys over there, but like they have this habit of putting tourbillons
Hey, but
into like everything.
that's not against Claudio. Claudio didn't tell them to do any of this stuff. You
Exactly,
know?
but I just like to say, hey, I love you, Claudio. Don't like
No, I love
I
Claudio
love you
too.
until football, by the way, because
Oh
he's a
God.
Giants fan. Like, let's not. But you look at this watch, and it's like, who's gonna pay 75,000 for this tourbillon?
The Web3 guys, because they use the
No,
SEO.
because
I'm
they're not
telling
even
you.
there.
No, no,
Oh, okay, okay,
you'd be
maybe.
surprised. The Zuki people, they might
Are they
pay
still?
just to
Is
say
it
they
still
have it.
strong? Is it still
It's,
strong?
I mean, Ethereum's pushing up now. It's Ethereum's day in the sun. So you could make the argument that yes, Ethereum's coming up. What better time? Ethereum is literally at its all-time high. What better time to drop a watch on a Ethereum-based NFT? Like you can't make this shit up. Um, Hermes H08. Is it a great weekend watch or trash?
Oh, who said that?
Rare Oyster, he's back.
Oh,
Vamal
hey,
asks
very well, sir.
also, do you buy this only through ETH? Yeah, you should have to, Vamal. You should only be able to buy this watch on chain with Ethereum. And you have to have a private wallet. You can't go through Coinbase. You got to go through all the loopholes like all the rest of us.
So let me see. Let me see if the Moser, if you could buy it on the Moser side, and then let's
Oh,
start.
they ain't taking crypto payments over there.
You don't think so?
I mean, maybe they have like BitPay or something, so you can like put your crypto in and it converts it to cash. Probably. I'm saying I want it on chain, all on chain, so I can see who's buying this dog shit.
I
Sorry,
bet if
I'm
this came
sorry.
out a while ago, you would have gotten the,
Oh, if it came out a year ago, I'd have been all for it. But I'm jaded now,
too many collabs, guys. Too many
bro.
collabs.
They think that Louis Gerard or something, or who's the other one who does nothing but collabs?
Lou Gerard.
Is Louis
So,
Gerard,
and this is a sign. The fact that it's not front page on their website tells you all you need to know.
I'm sorry, Gen G. I really spent a lot of time on Web3 stuff. I'm still poor, but I understand it. And so I hate to see when people prey on like crypto native things because I do think it's the future and people treat it like it's like a joke. Because those watches were a joke.
All right, let me pull up Chrono 24 so we can start hunting some watches. Royal Oyster, the Rare Oyster has a good one. But really quickly, what do you think about these new fair releases? I like the one on the left.
Um, yeah, the one on the left really looks nice. The one in the middle reminds me of another watch we've seen, like we've talked about. I think we talked about that watch in specific when we were talking about like the Paul Weber style. What are those called?
The jump
Jump
hours.
hours, yes. Cryptic watch, cryptic currency. Well said, watch addict. Well said. But wait, we should answer Oyster's question. What do you think
Yeah.
about the Hermes H08?
All right, so the Hermes HOA, which variation did you say there, Rare Oyster? I don't think this is trash at all. I think the Hermes
No, it's a
HOA
nice
as a
watch.
series is a really good series. We all have to remember that Hermes movements are Varsher movements, which are Richard Mille, Parmigiani Fleurier movements. It's owned by the same, they all own Varsher together. So you're getting really good quality movements in the Hermes pieces, like the HOA. To me, it's which variation you want to go for. But as you can see, the price point is really, really amazing on this. Yiddish Gambino, who's sometimes here and always on the OC chat, he has a gold version like this, and the gold variations you can find under 10,000. You know, these are in Asia, but still in the US, I dare say you could find one under 10,000. But if you're willing to scoop one in the Asian markets, look, they're just giving them away. Now is not the time, but like when if the tariffs ever get back to normal, so many of these ended up going in the outside market. I would say it's one collection where I'd buy 3 or 4 HO8s. Great weekend watch, great travel watch. If somebody's chopping your hand off for Hermes HO8, you're too deep in France, right? But I jokingly say that, but I don't think this is a watch somebody rubs up against you. The best part about this is when you buy straps for your Hermes watch from Hermes, that does count to your spend in case you do want to get bags or things like that or other leather goods for yourself or your significant other. That's what Yiddish says. But I love these. I do like this variation very much though. With that ceramic bezel, I just love those colors.
Watch
I think
Addict
it's a
said,
good
"Give me
watch.
this for a square watch over a Bell and Ross any day of the week," and I
Why are we
agree.
even talking about Bell and Ross? We don't talk about
Just
that.
say you hate the French, CQ. Just come out and say
I
it.
don't hate the French. I just Hermes Paris, Hermes, Hermes. Okay, I love France, but Bell and Ross
I
is just
mean, but isn't Hermes Swiss made though? Like, or no?
yeah. But everybody wants to be Swiss made until the tariffs, bro. Imagine, right? I want you to just imagine if it was super easy, if it was as simple as $1 million or two, right? For brands to switch from being Swiss made to other countries today because of tariffs, everybody who could would. Hermes, French, like, you know what I mean? Anybody who has any type of, oh no, we're
But I
not
mean, like
Swiss.
then we're going like it's a kind of an unwritten rule that you need to be Swiss made or German. You know, you could make the argument that Germany's made their way to having that respect. But like, I don't agree. I don't agree because if these watches were all made in China, like if we heard that they were made in China, there would be a stigma. You don't think there would be a stigma?
Well, that's because the world is full of xenophobes. You know what I mean? And just because somebody says a watch is made from China is seen as low quality, and somebody says a watch is made in Switzerland is seen as high quality, when it really depends the watch, the brand, and everything else. But as you know, just as a global society, as a consumer base, this is just the way it is. Swiss made
Well, I mean,
holds the weight. You know, it is what it is. Trust me,
well,
I
no, I know,
you
and
know.
like Vimal and Watch Attic are like explaining, and I understand. I've been working in this industry for about 10 years now, so I get it. It's just like diamonds, where it's just like a fucking fallacy. It doesn't really matter. Just like well, technology, where we're like ChatGPT is the greatest thing ever, and like China definitely has way better AI. It's just way more they're taking all your information. So it's like it's all just grifting, as the guys are saying here.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so let's go watch hunting. First, we got a little bit of announcement. Have a new wholesale partner, CQTheWatchGuy.com, Gottlieb and Co. We are transitioning into doing direct watch sales on the website, and maybe far down the road, do some things in some offices. So we do have watches for sale on the website. Our big wholesale partner is Watch Stocks, based down in Miami, Florida. So you're gonna see me talk a lot more about watches that I have for sale through them and through other sources. Gonna be doing virtual consignment for my clients as well. Just wanted to kind of elevate the business. To be honest with you, the advisory side has been great, but I end up doing a lot of broker dealer services anyway. So I figured, let me set the situation up the right way, so I have warranty on my watches, return policy, the full kit and caboodle. So you'll be seeing the website slowly upgrade as time come on. So I just want to show you my favorite watch that we have over with them right now, and it's like a little bit of a sleeper. And please, guys, drop in the chat any watches you guys are considering, like Rare Oyster there, any watches you guys are thinking about purchasing, this or that. You might want to trade, you might want to sell. If you just want questions answered, this is the time to do it. So this is my favorite right now, Cartier Roadster, 43 millimeter, 18 karat rose gold. It's actually a brown dial that plays, it goes like from this nice black to like a cognac, shiny, shimmery cognac brown. Really love it. And just a piece you don't see every day. So when I was down there checking out the inventory, I saw this and I absolutely fell in love. Really good watch. All the watches have pressure test and time reports and things like that. 19450. But I don't know, Cartier, man. And I didn't realize this, but I dug deeper, and it's a roadster. This is actually supposed to resemble a car, right? And I was today years old when I realized the screws are supposed to resemble headlights.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So it's supposed to represent like a
What
1950s
about
car.
this looks like a?
No, look at the screws and look at the lugs and look at the shape and pretend it's like a car and you see it. In the
What?
same way
Okay,
like a
where's the
tank is a
car?
tank.
Like
This is the front of the car and these are the headlights. And then these are the brake lights. Use your imagination, Jay.
no. You're right. I'm just remember. It's one of those days for me. Okay, yes, I'm with you. I'm on
All right.
board.
All right, let's do a little bit of
Uh,
scrolling.
Watch Addict said, "How are you going to convince somebody in India or China to spend 10K for a watch and tell them it was made 50% in China or Thailand or Vietnam? You need to slap Swiss made on it." I mean, probably.
A great point. Great point. If people knew how the sausage was made, where the sausage was made, it would make it really hard for a lot of these brands to charge the prices they charge. So putting Swiss made on it really does make things a little bit easier for the businesses as a whole. That's for sure. Watch Addict says, oh no, Vimon says short video on the Cartier. Let's pull that up. Truly is the best producer in the business. That's why he gets a scale named after him.
Bro, he's gonna retroactively ask for that bread when we make it, man. We're like, hey, you kept on saying I was the greatest producer. Send over the watch.
Oh, let me just get the volume down.
What happened?
It's beautiful. There we go. It's loud. And it's just a watch I've never really handled before, to be honest with you. Like I saw it, we were down there Tuesday, and I was like, wow, this is just a super cool watch. And it's a really unique dial. And who doesn't like a little gold piece? Guys over Swiss Watch Expo there. Let's scroll. Let's do 1916 and see what they got for us.
Duke of Bristol says, CQ and I get your thoughts on, oh, can I get your thoughts on the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean chronograph on the site? Looks like a steal for 4450. I'm a sucker for the older Planet Ocean 007 vibe. And then Vimal said, Jay, my favorite story on Land Rover. The Chinese would refuse to buy a Land Rover that was made in China. They wanted the made in UK tag on the cars. I didn't know that. So
Oh
is Land
wow.
Rover made in China? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I
What?
drive a Camry. I'm not a xenophobe. I love all things Japan. What can I say? So I wouldn't mind if it was made in China.
Yeah, so that's very
Ni hao.
interesting. I remember, when I was in college, I used to sell cars. I used to sell Chevys, and I remember when people would start, like when the Camaro first came back, people would they were making them in Mexico. Some of the cars, and that was the first time I was selling new cars, and some gentleman who knew, they would open up the door panel and you could see on the door code, and it would tell you, or on the VIN number I think as well, would tell you what factory certain watches were being made. And I had people like that first Camaro we had was like one of the first in the country, but it was made I think in the Mexico facility. And I remember the gentleman didn't buy. He said, "Oh no, they made it in MX or wherever." So some people are all the way through, right? They want their watch from where it says it's from, and things like that. But for a watch manufacturer or a car manufacturer, a watch manufacturer also is like, if a watch manufacturer could have, if they made enough where they could have a facility in the U.S. and make watches here and just sell to U.S. consumers, avoid all the shipping and imports and duties, they would. The same way, that's why car companies do it. Because like, if I could build it here and not pay for, do you remember 2 years ago when the car carrying ship full of Porsches got on fire and sank in the sea? You know how many millions of dollars and also just headaches and delays were caused by that? It's amazing.
Ah, you're right. You're
You
right.
know, but it's impossible for watches. So Duke of Brissenden wanted to see the Ocean Seamaster Planet Ocean chronograph. Have it for 4450. So these are cool, man. These had its era. This is the older style movement. So it's a coaxial, but it's not a master coaxial. And this is still the metal bezel or aluminum bezel. This one has a little bit of fading right there, you can see. But all around, these are good watches. If you want a fun diver, these are sizable. I want to say this is at least what are you? This is at least this is a 45 millimeter.
Yeah, it's
So this is one of
45.
the
Yeah.
yeah. This is a big boy, but a 4450 I think is a great watch for a good weekender, a good piece to get in the water, have some fun, and an absolute tank of a watch. Comes with the warranty card. Don't think you have the box on this one, but these were of an era for sure. Retail on these were probably close to 88 or even 9,000, maybe 10 years ago. But really cool watches. And this was the last era before they perfected ceramic bezels. So this always has, I've sold a lot of these. So these always have a really good, a good place in my heart. Good, good eye there. And a watch house, a little mix of everything, right? Have all the modern stuff, but you get stuff like that Cartier, you get stuff like the Serpenti, and that's why I wanted to work with them. One, they have watchmakers on staff, and I know the owner's there forever and ever and ever. Actually, I work with them with Chronify. The book is too far, but they do a little bit of everything, and they sell what I like to sell, which is just a little bit of everything. Things with a story, nice little Roy Oak, offshore there, really good Memo Vox. There, one of the lowest on the market. Lots of Breitling, lots of Cartier, and a lot of good stuff. So feel free to check out the website. We'll have a lot of this inventory that I select up on my website shortly. But the tech takes time, as you guys know. Let's check out our friends over at 1916, see if they got anything funky. Ooh, look at this. A papillon.
Oh wow.
Duke of Richardson says the Planet Ocean looks stunning. Surprisingly, 45 millimeter Planet Ocean doesn't wear too large. It does have a nice little curve. They wear really, really good. My favorite feature on older Planet Oceans with the metal bezel is the thinner inner metallic ring on the bezel. Such a great detail. The character of those watches are outstanding. Here over 1960, we have a Daniel Roth Papillon Voyager GMT jumping hours. I would rock this watch. I know it looks insane, but this is a pretty funky watch. Would you even consider this watch?
That's not for me. I mean, it's cool. Like, it's definitely different. It's Daniel Roth inspired for sure, or not inspired. Is it inspired? Is it a collab?
Well, it's after Bulgari took over. So there's Daniel Roth just there on the movement, but it says like he didn't touch this watch.
I
He
mean,
didn't sneeze.
I prefer like a Daniel Roth regular than this, but it's not the worst watch we've seen today. That still goes to the Moser.
Oh man, look at this.
Why did they white out the Panerai like that?
Which one?
Like the strap, like they whited out the strap on one of the Panerai. It was you were just there. It was like above. It was like a strap on the. Do you see that?
Oh, I think that's a mistake.
It's got to be a mistake then. Yeah, I was like, what are they hiding?
Yeah, I think that is a mistake for sure. Let's see if they got any gems for us here. Oh, look at this. LUC Chopard is like a striking time, striking hour. What is this?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is a striking hour. I don't think it's a full minute repeater, but 20,950 full set rose gold limited edition to 100. That's a cool piece. This is a Pooley piece for sure. Pooley would approve. Micro rotor. Look at that. This is a steel. I don't even know what it does. And that's a good watch. Chris DDS says going to get a JLC Reverser Tribute Blue Dial next. I think that's a great choice. Chris DDD. I think
Nice.
those are great watches, and I think the price point for them are really good, and you get some really good colors. Reversal tribute. Raj says, I just realized I can think of a Bulgari without Denzel calling. I can't think of a Bulgari without Denzel calling it a Timex and breaking the guy's
That's messed up.
arm. It is. Oh man. Um, Jill C Reverso Tribute Blue Dial. This is what Chris DDS is thinking of getting into, and I think this is a great watch, man. I think it's one of those watches you get it, you wear it for so long, and it lives in your collection. Um, I don't know, you just can't go wrong. Once you find that right Reverso, it just lives in your collection so well. I don't think you could go wrong. I probably myself would either go for the green or the red or all three.
I don't like the red on this one. This one's a 90, 85, 87. It's an 87. I can't go 90 just because 90 is like it's got to make me want to like make me
Oh,
feel
the
extreme
reds and gold.
feelings.
I forgot the reds and gold.
So 87 Bemals for the blue Chris DDS. I think it's a good buy. The
Oh
red,
yeah,
the red looks good. The red rose, I think, is what you're thinking of, right?
yeah. The red rose is what I was thinking of. The
I don't
blue
like
beats
the
the green.
green.
The blue beats the
I don't
green.
like the green. The green looks very pukey. Not the kind of green I want.
We don't say pukey. We say olive. We say olive.
I said what I said. My
Yeah,
views do not reflect CQ the watch guy's views.
no. I'm just saying it's a better
And then the
descriptor.
strap doesn't help because the green on the strap is such a vivid green or darker, purer green, and then the green on the dial is like sunburst. So it's like depending on the lighting, sunburst is such a weird thing because it can really mess with your brain, and like I don't know, maybe it shouldn't have been sunburst. Blue, sunburst blue, different. Sunburst green,
Yeah, the blue's a winner. I agree. 95 of miles. This is a perfect
the
watch.
blue is the best out of the colors. Isn't that funny, Chris DDS? Because he was trying to say the red and the green were better than it, but look.
Hey, I'm not
Flip
afraid to
flopper.
change my mind. As a fence sitter
I know.
does.
Go get a ladder. You're gonna need a ladder to get out of the fence.
So
But it's a
I have
nice
a
watch.
question. Would you ever change a strap? Because I think this is one of the few watches where I don't know if I'd ever change a strap. Or could you see like a brown? Or that's just
Yeah,
trying too hard, right?
light brown. I could see a light brown on that. Looking really nice. Like not too light, not tan, but like a nice light brown to complement the main strap. The main strap is the strap for this watch. You're right. But a nice light brown alligator, John Rousseau.
John Rousseau. Bro, the strap prices, man, of the custom guys like beyond John Rousseau. I don't want to mention names. It's like,
I
oh,
could
I
see
didn't
dark
know.
brown too, Julius. Just not light, like not too light because of the sunburst, I think. But you're right, dark
Yeah,
brown would look good too.
yeah, a nice chocolate. But you couldn't go in Brightland talk. It'd be like a camel or a gold. You couldn't do the gold. The
No, no,
gold turns it into a different kind of watch. Good pick, Chris DDS. Let's keep on going. Let's just see what happens if we type in Moser in 1916. Since we're in a little bit of a Moser mood. Oh, these could they have new watches now?
yeah, 35. It's not bad.
No, 17.
Oh, sorry. You had it set up differently, I guess, because it
Uh,
said 35 up front. Bro,
Take
they
the
still got that
passion fit
jade.
set. The
They ain't never selling
I,
out for it.
yeah, I was gonna say these jades they fell so hard. I just think so. So the issue with this watch, guys, this is one of the most beautiful jade dials you'd see, right? A beautiful slice of white jade. The issue is, it's a tantalum case. Tantalum is extremely hard to make, so it's a very expensive case. They also paired it with a perpetual calendar, so it turned it into an $88,000 watch, right? 88, get it? So it turned it into that high price one of a watch. just too expensive. They only made 10 of them, and they started to sell out fast, but not something that could survive that price point. I wish they did this in like a time only variation for around 20,000, but it's tantalum and it wouldn't happen. I love this watch under 50,000. I think it's really good.
Mm. Yeah, they probably go there at this.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Another interesting set is the passion fruit set, and I just think again it's another. They dropped in. You got a studio underdog, and then you got this perpetual, which I think looks really good. But because it's a perpetual, the price point just jacked it up. So I'm pretty sure these were around 60,000 as well. What's going on, Tan? Good evening. Hope all is well. Hope your Friday's off to a good start there.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I think is your mic?
I'm sorry, but this watch is just not that appealing to me. I don't see it. What is it that?
Well, as lovers as a lover, I love passion fruit, the flavor and the fruit.
Oh, I love
So
passion fruit too, but I mean, is this a good execution of it? Do you feel that it truly is a good execution of it?
I think if this was a solid dial, this was not perpetual. If this was a time only, having
This
this
is the
text,
perpetual.
yeah, it's a perpetual.
All
Yeah.
right, it wasn't for me to begin with. Never mind. Sorry,
All right.
Scoot. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I'll just reset. I'll just reset.
I feel like I just ate a passion fruit, but a non-ripe, like one of the sour,
Oh, the
youthful.
worst. Oh man. All right. Let's. I don't know if any, what else do they have for us. It's interesting. Ooh, gold brick, 65,000. They got a bunch of. Still got that Leo Messi. I love passion fruit too. There is rum missing in it. Hey, Tan. Hey, Tan's one of our guys. I want to. I'm going to Paris to hang with Tan. Stream from Paris. Here we go. Mad One Ice 49.50. I'm so glad these trended down into prices that make
Gen G
sense.
said it very well. I think that if it was a all purple dial and then they had gold pans or like, but them going with the yellow or whatever color that was as the main color, just because the plum purple kind of looked nice, not plum purple, but you know what I mean. I just they chose the wrong pattern in my opinion.
Yeah, wrong pattern, wrong price point as well. Let's head over to European. See if they have anything that will pique our interest. They're another website that's pretty sharp and always have good stuff. Ooh, the Cartier Santos Dumont rose gold with the blue. I forgot it's not. Is it ceramic or is it lacquer? I think it's lacquer. The blue lacquer they apply on the bezel in the case. 17.5. I think if you're looking for a fun Cartier, these Santos Dumont pieces are really good to look at. If you're, if that's your swag.
It's nice.
Is that
No, it's nice.
Ooh, nice Laurent Ferrier Galley micro rotor, stainless steel. That's not bad. A lot of usual suspects here. 6,000 G climbing back up to 29.9. Saw price for that. Man, these chickens stay strong. And 28.9 for chicken titanium. Tan says CQ, we always have Martinique and Guadeloupe rum in France when it is about passion fruit. That probably hits so good. We, we're gonna do a Caribbean tour next year. We're gonna do a CQ the Watch Guy island hopping tour, and we're definitely gonna have a lot of rum. But I'm coming to France to have some Martinique Have I been to Martinique? I think I've been to Guadeloupe on a cruise. But we're gonna have some good rum and passion fruit. We're gonna make that reality. Let's see what jumps out. Were you a fan of these Urban Jurgensens, these sport ones?
No.
I feel like
Doesn't really do
great
anything.
watchmaking, but this was the one sport watch that didn't really hit the way it was meant to hit, in my opinion. Now here's a beautiful Laurent Ferrier micro rotor, stainless steel, charcoal brigade numeral dial. Now here's the thing: when you're buying Laurent Ferrier, the rule is the one that you want is always custom, is always limited. So if you like it, you gotta pull your trigger on it. 38.9 actually isn't a bad price because this is the micro rotor, meaning it's an automatic model versus I think I forgot what it's called, but there's a time only model that's manual wind that's often a little bit cheaper. So 38.9 for stainless steel piece, I'd probably beat them up and get closer to 35 or so. But I think this is a nice watch if you're somebody who enjoys Laurent Ferrier or you're looking for a Patek or want something a little bit different. This is a good piece to check out. Put a gray suede strap on that though. Goldfinger says the CQ cruise line is coming soon. Hey, I would love to make it happen. Technically, if I could, if we could get like I don't know a few hundred people together, we could like charter. We could charter a ship. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. Anything else sexy for us from European? There's just so many watch brands out there. Brown sapphire sandwich. Would you wear a brown Speedy?
No. Brown dyes are very, very like with rose, maybe they get away with it. Otherwise, like I do not like brown on stainless steel personally. I can
Yeah, I
see why
feel like
some
I'd buy
would,
this,
but
but I wouldn't wear it as much as I want to.
work at UPS.
All right, that's a great UPS watch. Here's a beautiful piece for the ladies, a pink dial bound blue, not one that you see every day. 5900, 33 mm for the lady or the petite gentleman. Got a bust down Planet Ocean at 8500. Oh, here we go. See, this is why I like European. They always give you something you wouldn't suspect. So here's the Bulgari Octo Finissimo Titanium Limited Edition for Philips that is giving you a very interesting sector dial, right? I would dare say that's a sector dial. What do you think of this watch?
Mm, it's okay.
I wish it did something a little bit more, but it's also like, what more could you do type of thing, you know?
Yeah, it's all right. I don't see
All right,
the
let's see.
connection to Phillips.
Yeah, I think they made some money. All right, let us pick a couple more and then we'll wind the day out. You guys have been amazing. Do me a favor, upvote, upvote, upvote. I think the Octo's fire too. I think it's 17.5. It ain't, it ain't, yeah, 17.5, it ain't a bad price for it at all either. Let's see. They've been pushing this Frank Mueller on Instagram a lot. The fact that you could get 5231s under 100,000 is insane.
I'm about to hop off. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you guys Monday.
Hasta Monday. Lunes. Let me thank the retired watch guy for tuning in. We're gonna do a few more watches before I jump off. So I really love these. I love all JLC dual mats. This is the newest. Genji says 64K for Elegante might be the cheapest one in the country. I was thinking the same thing. Genji, like, it's crazy, but that might be the cheapest for Elegante, and that's just because It has a diamond. It has a diamond bezel. It probably is a smaller size as well. Let's see. Yeah, this is a 34 millimeter. So this is a lady size, but it's insane. It's insane that these are now 64,500. Just just crazy. CQ, who is from Producer Remodel? CQ, who is a typical Bulgari buyer at retail? I never understood the brand positioning. So the guy who's buying something with his wife, to be honest with you. I think the Finissimo brought them uh, a great range of clientele from like the watch guy, watch nerd space. But I think they sell ladies watches and jewelry really well, and it's the same thing with Cartier. A lot of people who bought Cartier bought it because of their significant other was buying something else, maybe a Cartier love bracelet, and then their watches just got so good that all of us kind of jumped in. And it's the same thing with Bulgari. I think the people who buy it at retail without a discount, they're buying Bulgari jewelry or they're buying something else within the collection because they do make some really interesting things. So we pull up some Bulgari real quick. But they do a big range, right? So it's very much in the same way as Cartier, and like they sell a little bit of everything. So you'd be surprised who'd buy those pieces at retail. And like, so these are all the Finissimos. But like, if I take all these websites, I just want to see the watches. No cookies. Reject. Let's view all men's watches. Producer Vimal says CQ with Louis Vuitton and Hermes, those store credits help you get more exclusive bags, but was wondering what do they get with Bulgari? It's a jewelry, man. That serpentine line for ladies, especially that necklace. I know ladies who make their husbands buy just because that's what they want, right? So, and also most Bulgari ADs they're carrying something else as well. But if you're buying at retail, it's the jewelry, brother. It's to get discounts on the jewelry, and really, if you're spending big in Bulgari, you want to be able to get access to the high jewelry line, which is insane stuff. Most people like us, we're buying at a discount. You know, maybe there's a few Finissimos that are super hot, but for the most part, we're buying with a little bit of discount unless there's something super hot. But you're not paying full retail for Octoromers or Bulgaris or anything like that. But they're making good watches. Like none of these are supremely terrible watches by any means. Let's go back to this Duomet. I love this. These were just priced too high. There's a lot of technology, but I just think it's too high even for a JLC who would love to see these mid 60s on a secondary market. I think would be a good price point to jump. I think 73 still a little bit too high just because I don't know what you'd get back for it. Durachas, he likes the Chapek Rachapante, which is this, the Antarctique. And these were like all the rage for quite a while. I remember them selling out fast and they were going over retail. I think these were in the 40s and 50s. And I think if you're somebody who enjoys Chapek, if you enjoy a good chronograph and you don't mind a skeletonized dial, this is a really interesting watch. The dial is very skeletonized, so legibility is going to be your biggest issue here. But I think these are still really good watches, and at these price points, I don't mind taking action. 32.9. I dare say if you offer EWC 30,000 on the wire, 29,000, 28.5, they'd listen to you. I don't know if they'll take it, but they'll definitely probably take 30,000 on the wire to move that, which I think is a great price point to get into these. I think you should be able to move this out of your collection somewhere in the 20s. I would hope, unless everything like really tanks. Let's see if they have any other goodies here before we tap out. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, vote, like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. And that's it for their new arrivals. Let's see. I just want to see what Parmigiani they have in 11-1 for this Parmigiani Tana. That's a good price point. I always think of Yellowstone when I see this Parmesan. But even this 7,300, you know, for a nice dress watch, stainless steel, good movement on there. Saw case back, so that was no fun. I think that's a really cool piece. All right, let's check out one more dealer. Let's check out my old friend OJ Watley at Second Time Watches. And let's see what he have. What do you guys have planned for the Friday? Hope you guys are doing something fun. I will be here. Might go watch some movies. We might hit the theaters. Got a lot of work to do on the website and tune things up. And here we are at Second Time Watches. Let's see what OJ Watley, formerly of Watch You Want, has in stock. Ooh, 18K bronze gold. Seamaster 300, 23.8, a little bit high, but it's a solid gold watch. Not a bad piece to check out. I like to check OJ because he has funky stuff often too. Green Dial Skydweller 74.9, too high, but I love that watch. I don't know what that means. Live dealer feed. All right, so he doesn't have anything crazy. Nothing scandalous here. All right, let's go over to Watch Recon and give them a little gander before we head out. Female says, for all the talk on weekend prices, Rolex steel models still hold the value. Yeah, that's correct. Rolex steel models still doing strong. With the tariff situation, you're seeing that market really stay stable, and dealers who have watches in the U.S., there's no reason to do a very deep discount. So you're going to see them stay strong. You're going to see other brands kind of float down. Like Omega, you're seeing 50th anniversary Snoopy's 1465 from Takuya. These are watches that were 21,000 not too long ago. So you're seeing a softening around a lot of sectors. But I think Rolex will be strong. We already know Shorn isn't going anywhere. AP, I think certain models are still going to get soft. But I don't think there's going to be a big dip. I don't think anything really falls off anytime soon, except things that were super inflated, like the Flamingo Dial, Black Bays. I sold this one for over 20,000. The blue ones were overpriced as well. So now you're seeing things float down into really reasonable pricing. This Omega Seamaster 300 steel titanium. This is a great watch. Just a really good looking Seamaster 300 here. Something you don't see every day. 6175. So that means mid 5,000 is possible. Really good looking Seamaster 300. All right, I think we are wrapping it up for the day. We did over an hour. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys have a really awesome weekend. No weekend shows yet, but we will start having a couple weekend shows as we're getting into auction season. So definitely something. We'll be doing some long auction streams for you. I want to do the previews. I think by the end of next week, we'll be able to do the Philips preview for their online sale, and then we can keep it going from then. You know how we love auction season. Very excited to see what's going on with the Jordan market. And we were just speaking of Elegantes. Let's see if Watch Recon has any. 89,875. Insane. This used to be a $55,000 watch. Of course, retail is just at under 20,000. 89,875, and probably one of the cheaper ones on the market. insane times. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. You are amazing, the best. If you need independent watch advice or you're hunting for a watch, buy, sell, or trade, check out tqthewatchguy.com, gottliebandco.com. That's where you can see all my services and watches that I now have for sale. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on those developments. Do me a favor, have an amazing weekend. Me and retired watch guy Jay will be back for you on Monday with lots of great things to talk about. Comment in the chat if there are any specific things you want us to talk about next week, or any theme shows you want us to do. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your August. We're heading into September. It's insane. I hope you guys enjoy the last remaining days of summer. I want to thank you guys so much for making the channel success and helping help push a lot of great things. Have a great day. I'm CQ the Watch Guy. Love you all. Talk soon.